To call the meeting to order, those that can, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States, to the republic for which it stands, one nation. Right, roll call, please.
We are all present except for Mr. Sharlick. We're missing as of right now.
All right. Next item, approval of the agenda.
I make a motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Support.
Who supported? All right, moved and supported. Vote, please.
Mr. Howe,
Mr. Howell votes yes.
Ms. Frederick,
Frederick, yes.
Clerk Flowers votes yes. Mr. Salvia,
Salvia, yes.
Mrs. Lewis,
yes.
Mr. Hamel.
Hamel, yes.
Motion carries.
Yes. Next item, can I get a motion to on the consent agenda?
I move to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Support. Sorry, Joe.
Okay, moved and supported. Vote, please.
Mrs. Frederick,
Frederick, yes.
Clerk Flowers votes yes. Mr. Salvia,
Salvia, yes.
Mrs. Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Mr. Howe,
Mr. Howell votes yes.
Mr. Hamel.
Hamel, yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, next item. Number 6, announcements. The farmers markets on Saturday through October 4th, right out in front of the township complex here. The Highland DDA commercial space open house is September 30th at 3:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. And then the next item is the biggest event of the evening.
Real quick though, where's the second one? Where's the DDA, the normal DDA?
So it's at there's a list of vacant retail or commercial spaces. It's going to be at every single one of them.
All right, so at this time, I'd like to open up one of the major congratulations in Highland Township. Richard Cole, commonly known as Dick Cole to most of us, I think, has retired from the fire department after 56 years. He's 53 years old. It's very hard to really think about that point in your life. You know, I retired once from my own business. It's not the same, not at all. What you've given to this community is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, you've dedicated yourself. I'm sure your wife can appreciate that at times, that you dedicated yourself so much that you were a firefighter first, a committed citizen first, and you produce a tremendous family as well, also firefighters. And I really, really think that you deserve more than we can do right here at this table. And I think we'll first give you a round of applause. So. I'm not going to make you say anything right now. What's that? Okay. I'm not going to make you say anything right now. So we're get the microphone on here. Can everybody hear okay? All right. I can't hear for diddly anyways, and that's why I'm using a microphone. Plus, I brought you brought some tears in my eyes, so now I'm going to have trouble reading this darn thing. So, okay, this is a proclamation honoring Richard Dick Cole for over 56 years of service to Highland Township. Whereas Richard Dick Cole began his fire service journey in Highland Township in 1964. That's the year I moved out here. That's a piece of information I really didn't realize until right now. So, and officially joined the Highland Township Fire Department in 1968, beginning over 56 years of dedicated service. And whereas Dick served in every role within the department, including fire chief, assistant chief, secretary treasurer, and mentored countless firefighters, shaping the future of the fire service in this community by aiding in the development of countless number of firefighters. And whereas he was instrumental in establishing the Highland Fire Explorers program and responded to significant emergencies, providing leadership and compassion during critical incidents. And whereas his commitment has been recognized by Highland Township, Oakland County, and the Veterans of Foreign Wars, including being named VFW Firefighter of the Year in 2018 and 19. And whereas Dick's service, leadership, and dedication reflect the very best of Highland Township and its values. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed that Highland Township Board of Trustees honors Richard Dick Cole for his exceptional service and expresses its sincere gratitude for his lifelong commitment to the safety and well-being of our community. Signed and sealed this 8th day of September, 2025. So, if you don't mind coming forward, I'd like to present this to you.
Okay, you all hear me? I appreciate everything that was done tonight. I have been totally blessed being in Highland Township my whole life and honoring working for the public. I met a lot of people. I have my wife to thank, my daughter, my son, and his wife, and my grandson. They all made sure that I was doing the right thing at the right time. My son worked with me for 28 years on the department also. And that means a lot when the father, son work together. I have a lot of my friends that are sitting here right now, firefighters that I know will take my place and move forward. There was at times tough, but I met a lot of people that saw me in the restaurants or the stores. There's not too many streets in Highland that they saw me at, but would come up and grab my hand and thank me for what I was doing. And that was through the whole 56 years. And that meant a lot too. So I have been blessed, and I thank you all for showing up tonight, showing your appreciation. Thank you.
Well, there's one thing that's known as there's only one Richard Dick Cole, and I think that's a blessing as well. So only one of you, and you're special here. So thank you. All right. Go ahead.
I just wanted to thank everyone who wished us condolences on the loss of our deputy clerk, Dawn Mecklenburg, this past month. We all loved her and appreciated her hard work, and all the thoughts and prayers you have sent our way have been very much appreciated. And I just wanted to thank you.
All right. Next item, if all those who came to appreciate Dick's moment here would like to, you can, don't have to sit through any more of our babble here, so if this is a good time, if you want to leave, and we're going to go into a public comment session. So, well, thank you. You're welcome. Thank you to everybody that showed up tonight. We appreciate that. They clapping for me. Okay, so the next item is public comment, and the way we're going to handle this is new. So each one of you students now have an opportunity to come up to the microphone, introduce yourself, and make a comment. Who wants to be first? I don't care. This is public comment. You got something you'd like to say? So who's your teacher? Okay. Whoa, stereo. So this is your perfect opportunity to get up there and make a public comment about the representative in our township, Mr. Howe. Okay. All right. Push the button on that. Then speak into that. Right there. There you go.
Hello. Oh, yay. Okay. I know Mr. Howe. Wow, this is weird. I know Mr. Howe because he was my track coach in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. And he was super funny and I really liked him. And then now I'm a senior and I've seen him throughout the school for the past 4 years. But he's my teacher now for like 2 weeks, but he's really cool. He's really funny. And we're learning a bunch of stuff. We have a test soon. We're filling out our packets, but I really like him and he's really funny. And it's nice to come and support him and support you guys. So yay.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, do the rest of you agree with that? Okay, so that you just saved everybody else from having to get up there and from us having to listen to it all too. So just a joke. Normally we don't do that. So I really appreciate your showing up because this is something that is critical. This is where politics, if you want to call it that, this is where governance starts, right in the township. All that stuff that goes up to Washington starts right here. And this is where really all of that ends up. So it's important that if you have issues or things that you believe strongly in, stay devoted to being a part of what happens in policy and things like that by coming to meetings or running for office or volunteering for any number of things. So he teaches government for a reason, and that's to keep you folks have a little thing in the back of your head that connects you to why we do what we do in our country and why we're free in this country. So keep that in mind. Someday in the future, you may be sitting in a seat like this right here, or these ladies right here, and never even realize that you were going to be there. So, and we have a gentleman over here on the blue shirt, Mr. Tierney. He used to be on the board here, and he's a planning commissioner, and he's been highly active and makes a difference, doesn't it, Russ? Huge difference. So, all right, thank you guys for coming. We're going to move on. Any public comment? Any other? All right, I did all the comments. So, but thank you for your support of your teacher there. Yeah, he's not a bad guy. All right, so now's the part you're going to hate. Oh, yes, sir. If you got something you want to ask, this is the time to do it. So push the button, give us your name and need the address. It'll light up. There you go.
All right. Hi there. My name is Jim Youngblood, and I reside at 5324 Knobby Hill Drive in Highland. And I am here to voice my comments regarding the Knobloch Lake Special Assessment District that's proposed. Are you able to hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So just a quick background. I moved here 21 years ago at the 5324 Knobby Hill address and have been here ever since. And we carefully chose Highland and this particular area because it suited our needs. And one of the things that we did very carefully before moving was read the homeowners association covenants and governing documents and read them very carefully and analyzed them to make sure that they did in fact meet our needs. So I would just, say with that it's been a great experience. And over the majority of those 21 years, I've either been on the board in some capacity and served as water quality director for the association at times. So I am definitely vested in taking care of the lake and want to see that continue. But I do have an objection to the proposed special assessment district, and mainly due to the fact that it raises some legal questions. First of all, it fails to align with MC 41721. The township is proceeding under the authority of 1954 PA 188 MCL 41721, which permits townships to establish SADs for public improvements. However, MCL 41725 Section 1 specifically requires that the cost of such improvements be assessed in proportion to the benefits derived. So I think that's an important thing to note. So uniform assessment by parcel without accounting for the parcel size, its use, or benefit is not aligned with the statutory requirement. The proposed method, uniform assessment per parcel ID number or PIN, disregards proportionality and results in an inequitable cost distribution. Larger parcels, for instance, including those that have resulted from combination of two or more lots, stand to benefit significantly while paying the same as the smaller single parcel lots. Again, this violates the statutory requirement that the assessments be reasonably proportional to the benefit received. And then furthermore, this disparity becomes even more problematic in the context of ongoing lot combinations and divisions. The lack of clarity in how future changes in parcel configuration will be handled only increases the risk of unfair assessments. Just moving along here. So number two is inconsistency with petition basis and township practice. As noticed in the township's notice, the petition to form the SAD was validated based on signatures representing more than 50% of the total acreage within the district. It is therefore inconsistent and legally questionable to shift from an acreage-based standard to a flat rate per parcel identification number assessment. And this incongruity undermines the internal logic of the assessment district and further suggests arbitrariness in cost allocation. And there, I'm not going to read through this other stuff, but there is case law in Michigan that shows that special assistance must be proportional to the benefit. So that's kind of the key point, the first key point. But the SAD, as proposed, fails this test. It treats unequal properties as if they were equal, resulting in a disproportionate burden on the smaller parcel owners. The township risks legal challenge by adopting an assessment model that contravenes established law. Also, the impact on the private covenants that I mentioned earlier. Nobby Hill Farms Association is the homeowners association that was established in 1979. It was incorporated in 1985, and it has successfully administered weed control and dam maintenance under its own covenants for over 30 years. I think that's a really important point. Again, I've been involved in that. Many of my neighbors have been involved in that. We have not had an issue. These covenants are legally binding. They run with the land. So imposition of a SAD that conflicts with these, with the KFNA's assessment model and parcel definitions, not only result in unnecessary duplication, but could create legal conflicts. The intent of the covenants was clearly to maintain parity from lot to lot and not from PIN to PIN. The proposed method rewards lot combinations and penalizes owners of smaller individual parcels. Also, I guess it's important to note that there's questionable legal base for declaring a necessity for the special assessment district. Under MCL 41722, the township may initiate a special assessment district only upon finding that the proposed improvement is a necessity. However, in this case, the claim necessity is highly questionable. As I mentioned, the Nobby Hill Farms Association has successfully managed both weed control and dam maintenance on Knobloch Lake for 30 years. This is well documented in their meeting minutes over the years. There is no evidence of failure, breakdown, or insufficiency in the current system that would justify governmental intervention. And courts have held that the necessity under public improvement statutes must reflect a legitimate public need and not merely an administrative convenience or preference. And I think that's applies here. This is one way to do it. We have another way to do it that we have been doing successfully for many years. So I would consider this SAD to be a preference. In the absence of any demonstrated deficiency in the existing maintenance or imminent threat to public welfare, the proposed SAD appears unnecessary and may exceed the township's statutory authority. Really what it boils down to is my recommendation, for what it's worth, is to use an acreage-based assessment rather than a township or county parcel ID assessment. That would make this fair. So to ensure statutory compliance and fairness, I would respectfully urge that the township withdraw this current SAD and create a new proposed SAD to assess properties based on acreage. If acreage is deemed to not be appropriate, then something like shoreline frontage or another proportional metric that's directly tied to benefit would be appropriate. But right now there is a danger that lots that are literally 4 times the size as others would be paying the same amount. And that just is the crux of the disparity here. But if we did redo the SAD on based on acreage, that would align with the MCL 41725 requirements it would reflect the logic of the petition formation and its use of acreage and maintain consistency. It would satisfy the constitutional and case law standards for equitable special assessments. And it would prevent unnecessary conflict with the longstanding neighborhood governance documents that I said were so key to our choosing to move to this address. But I know reading a letter can be a little bit brutal, but I thought it was important as I was unable to be here for the first meeting. I appreciate you taking this letter and putting it into the public record. And I appreciate your service to Highland.
Thank you. All right. Any other public comment?
I agree with Jim in the fact that everybody that lives on this lake and in this subdivision are deeply concerned about the quality of the water and the ability to maintain it. And weed harvest it, apply chemicals, whatever we need to maintain the integrity of the lake. The issue has come up whether or not the association has the authority to collect the money to do this. So we've been threatened by a lawyer who lives on the lake. So we've got a majority of residents that say, we need to get this sorted out. And that's why we're, looking for the SAD. Regarding the, how it's apportioned, although there are larger properties than others, there's only so many people. Everybody uses a lake. There's not additional people. So it's not like a sewer SAD where you got multiple people that can use it. It's just them, unless they divide the property and then create another house there, then of course, then it would be picked up by the SAD. So not a great situation. We just like to see the lake maintained. We believe that the people that filed for the SAD, according to what the township told us to do, and previous SADs, it requires, either 51% of the land and we have both 51% of the land, the geographic of the acreage, as well as more than 51% of the residents have signed the petition as well. So that, not a matter of not being determined by acreage, it could be determined by both, but both are supported by the residents as well as the acreage.
Thank you. Anybody else? Yes, sir. Now I'm going to make a comment before you start. The comment is 3 minutes. I did allow Mr. Youngblood to express himself. We'll allow you to do the same, but please try and not be overly repetitive or
okay.
So
right.
You're not going to have, we're not going to do 3 minutes, but just
okay.
Keep that in mind.
I'll try to be succinct.
Sure.
I support.
Name and address.
Adrian Gavilio, 5400 Buckhorn Lake Road, Highland, Michigan, 48357. I spoke at the last meeting in opposition to the way the Knobloch SAD is being assessed. The same reasons that I cited were cited very, very well by Mr. Youngblood. Okay. And that has to do with a disproportionality relative to parcel size of the benefit derived from this improvement of the lake. Okay. Versus just a single fee. As Mr. Youngblood said, okay, parcel size, okay, can differ significantly. Now, with that in mind too, I would just like to remind the township that the petition that was sent out by the township states that the record owners of the land whose constitute more than 50% of the total acreage. So acreage, and I am repeating a little bit here, but acreage was the criteria in order to create a SAD. But then again, there's a contradiction because all of a sudden it goes from acreage to individual parcel numbers. And several parcels have been joined over the years, and that also has created some of the disparity. Those joined parcels continue to pay double dues or dues for each parcel that originally was designated in the plot when the covenants and the property was subdivided. So even though they are joined, our association has billed them for 2 lots or whatever, and they have paid that. So there is a precedent there. And that is a little bit more equitable than just a 1 fee per parcel basis. I would like to mention that, and I think you're all aware, that there was a significant catastrophic event in Midland several years ago. And as a result of that, several lakes were lost, several dams were damaged, and the particular counties aligned with state organizations and residents to come up with what was called the 4 Lakes Task Force. In order to restore their lakes and dams, they came up with a formula that basically, used different criteria in order to come up with a fair assessment. They used derived benefit, and that would probably be relative to property values, frontage, water front view, and water depth. Now, I'm not advocating that that this present SAD use all of those criteria to create a SAD. And like Mr. Youngblood, I think that an acreage basis would be most equitable. I believe, for instance, if we were to do frontage, that would be inequitable. I think that would be, unfortunately, regressive and repressive in the opposite way. I have done calculations based upon I think you already know that there are figures. I know you guys can't see this, or you can't read it, but there are figures that have been submitted for the SAD. Cassie went over them, and prepared a assessment per parcel per year, and that was on the single parcel basis. I took the time to analyze how many acres are in the SAD. That's approximately 215. I calculated a quotient to figure out how much, based upon Cassie's figures, it would come out to an assessment per acre for each individual. And there is a discrepancy over 3 years between the smallest parcel and the largest parcel of $2,000. Now, I'd be happy to share my data, and my methodology with the clerk or the township treasurer or the assessor. And it wasn't very difficult to do that, thank goodness. But at any rate, I'd be happy to share that. And in closing, I would like to thank the board. I hope the board did take the time to read the submission of emails from Mr. Youngblood and the ones that I submitted, and consider that. Oh, one question. I understand that you're going to be now meeting with your attorney. You're going to be leaving to meet with your attorney. Is your attorney present right now? Okay, good. Because I was hoping that the attorney would be able to also hear our argumentation. Do you have any questions?
I have a question. I have a question.
Yeah.
So maybe I've missed it, but what is this? What is the largest parcel, would you say, size wise, acreage wise, and what's the smallest?
Smallest is 10.02 acres. The largest right now is 33 acres.
Okay.
But there is a potential. There is a potential for one to become over 40 acres. Now, I don't understand. I'm not versed or well versed in how these parcels align, but these two parcels do share an underwater boundary. And our properties, by the way, extend out into the lake. Okay. And those boundaries do extend and out into the lake in this particular case. I don't know if it would happen or not, but if that did happen, that would create an even larger disparity because this 148 plus 40, I'm sorry, that one parcel that would be over 40 acres would be paying the same fee as a 10-acre parcel. Any other questions?
Okay, well, thank you very much.
One more thing. And I thank you for your time. But we, several years ago.
Speaking to the mic.
So we try to maintain our lake, and we have, as Mr. Youngblood said, we have maintained our lake and our dam and our spillway for years. Okay, and basically everything's gone very smoothly. At the present time, nobody's dues are outstanding. But and I mentioned the Midland dam crisis. Okay. Prior to that, there are only 3 inspectors in the state dam safety unit. I believe now there's a dozen. Okay. And as a result of that catastrophe, I believe that the state has taken further responsibility, has noticed more, given more attention to dam safety. I think you guys are aware that they have to draw down water in Holly because of their dam. Okay, well, we have maintained our responsibilities to Eagle, and we get our dam and spillway inspected every 5 years. The last inspection, the certified inspector that we paid for, I forget the name of the firm, but they inspected our dam. They submitted a report to the dam unit, to Eagle. One of the recommendations in that report was that we reinforce our dam. Our dam is in fair condition. Okay. Fortunately, it's not an imminent danger, but we were recommended, no doubt because of the previous catastrophe in Midland, but we were recommended to reinforce our dam. Our dam's 300 feet long, and we got some prices on that. That would be roughly between $150,000 and $100,000 in today's dollars. Okay. Now, if we did a SAD, a special assessment district, okay, based on a need for $150,000, the disproportionality between a 30 or 40 acre parcel and a 10-acre parcel would become even more profound. So I hope you take that into consideration.
All right. Thank you.
And thank you for your time. I appreciate
You're
you
welcome.
letting me run over.
Okay, so I'm going to make a motion to go. Yeah, I'm sorry. Any more public comment? Okay. Going once, going twice? No. Thank you, though. I appreciate the comment. So I'm going to make a motion to go into closed session to consider attorney-client privilege communication in accordance with MCL 15.2681H. So that means that we're going to go disappear in this room back here.
Frederick, second.
Okay, moved in or seconded, and then we'll have a vote, please.
Clerk Flowers votes yes. Mr. Salvia.
Yes.
Mrs. Lewis.
Lewis, yes.
Mr. Howe.
Mr. Howe votes yes.
Ms. Frederick.
Frederick, yes.
Mr. Hamel.
Hamel, yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, so we're going to disappear in the room back here, and it could be a little bit. So how long do okay, so if we're not out in a half hour, you guys we'll give you the credit for that. And you guys can yak up and talk all you want out here too. So, all right. Okay, I make a motion to, I'm making a motion. I'm getting this going. All right, I make a motion that we come out of closed session.
Support.
Moved and supported. All in favor? No, you got to vote. I'm sorry. I got to make sure that I'm recording. All right. Ready to vote.
All right. Mr. Salvia,
Salvia, yes.
Mrs. Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Mr. Howe,
Mr. Howe votes yes.
Miss Frederick,
Frederick, yes.
Clerk Flowers votes yes, Mr. Hamel,
Hamel, yes.
motion carries.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Ooh. Okay, next item is pending business. Consider resolution 25-17 to proceed with the Knobloch Lake Special Assessment District.
I make a motion for to approve resolution 2517 to proceed with the Knobloch Lake Special Assessment District. Support, Lewis.
Okay, moved and supported. Any discussion? Anyone want to discuss anything?
I just want to make a note. This is the second step of a three-step process. It's not done until the third step is done.
Okay. All right, then vote please.
Mrs. Lewis. Lewis, yes. Mr. Howe.
Mr. Howe votes yes.
Ms. Frederick.
Frederick, yes.
Clerk Flowers votes yes. Mr. Salvia.
Salvia, yes.
Mr. Hamel.
Hamel, yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, next item. Consider sheriff reimbursement agreement for school resource officer. Thank you. All right, I guess let's get into speed motion mode here. I'm going to make a motion to authorize the township supervisor to sign the school resource officer reimbursement agreement between the Charter Township of Highland and Huron Valley Schools as presented.
Support. Howe.
Moved and supported. Any discussion?
So we're asking Huron Valley Schools to pay 50% of what is a SRO? Tell me what an SRO is again. School resource officer, yes.
Yeah.
And currently they pay they pay for 9 months of it.
In the past.
Okay.
Okay. Any discussion? Did somebody support that? Okay. Vote please.
Mr. Howe.
Mr. Howe votes yes.
Ms. Frederick.
Frederick, yes.
Clerk Flowers votes yes. Mr. Salvia.
Salvia, yes.
Mrs. Lewis.
Lewis, yes.
Mr. Hamel.
Hamel, yes.
Motion carries.
All right. Next item, new business, consider resolution 2522, intent to form Dunn Levy and Leonard Lake Special Assessment District. I'm going to make the motion that we approve resolution 25-22, tentatively determining intent to form the Dunleavy and Leonard Lake Special Assessment District for the control of weeds in Dunleavy and Leonard Lake and related services pursuant to 1954 PA 188 as amended.
Support Lewis.
We moved and supported. Any discussion? Okay, vote please.
Ms. Frederick,
Frederick, yes.
Clerk Flowers votes yes. Mr. Salvia,
Salvia, yes.
Mrs. Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Mr. Howe,
Mr. Howell votes yes.
Mr. Hamel,
Hamel, yes.
motion carries.
Okay. Next item is purchase of a used truck from ZOT with a budget amendment that goes along with that. What do I do with that? Is there a budget amendment for that one? It's a separate item. Okay,
Oh, with budget amendment.
right. All right, so just to define what's going on here is we with the help of Cassie, my super assistant, we determined that it was to our best interest to take over the snow plowing contract. It had gotten to the point where it was nearly, I think it was $60,000 to do snow. And as you know, we hired 2 individuals to form a maintenance department. And when you stop and look at $60,000 and you've got 2 guys that are going to be available during the winter to do that type of thing, of which we discussed with them in advance. I guess they'd quit if they didn't want to do it, but we looked at the cost of purchasing a used vehicle and setting it up for snow plowing. We already have a plow truck from 2014 from the fire department. We have a new plow truck that the fire department has, and with the agreement of the chief, we determined that we had enough vehicles to be able to plow our own snow, which allows us to be able to do it on a much more timely manner.
Yeah.
Probably save
That's very big.
a boatload of money for sure. So anyways, I guess what we have to is I'm going to ask that we waive the purchasing policy because this is a used truck, which we've done in the past because there's only one truck like it. So that we can move forward with this purchase. So I guess the first thing is make a motion to waive the purchasing policy.
I second.
Okay, any questions? All right, vote please.
Clerk Flowers votes yes. Mr. Salvia,
Salvia, yes.
Mrs. Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Mr. Howe,
Mr. Howell votes yes.
Mrs. Frederick,
Frederick, yes.
Mr. Hamel,
Hamel, yes.
motion carries.
Okay, so the next motion is, and I'll give you a little more description. The truck is a 2-door, not a 4-door, which is optimum because you have a larger bed, so you can put a salt bed in the back of it. It's got 42,000 miles on it. It's a 2021, $33,500. Tammy did look it up in Blue Book information and did a VIN check, and the funding will be covered, pretty much covered by unused contract budget. So we'll have to, that's the budget amendments to move money to make that happen. So I'd like to make a motion that we purchase used 2021 Dodge Ram pickup truck from ZOT Automotive in the amount of $33,500. Additionally, to approve the budget amendment to transfer the remaining snowplow budget balance of $40,380 into the account 101-261-971.00 General Government Equipment Capital Outlay to support this purchase and any related accessory costs.
Support, Salvia.
Okay, moved and supported. Any discussion? No discussion. The vote, please.
Mr. Salvia,
Salvia, yes.
Mrs. Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Mr. Howe,
Mr. Howell votes yes.
Ms. Frederick,
Frederick, yes.
Clerk Clerk Flowers votes yes. Mr. Hamel,
Hamel, yes.
motion carries.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, the next item. Consider hiring clerk office coordinator. And Tammy, I'm going to let you handle it because that's your new prize.
Yep. Mr. Snyder's going to let us use his office coordinator and bring her over to the clerk department. She had a great interview, and I think she's going to be a great fit in the department.
She also already knows all the employees here too, and that's a major asset. So we appreciate it very much. All right.
I make a motion that we hire Rachel Holcomb to fill the position of clerk coordinator. Starting pay will be $21.05. Her start date will be September 22nd, 2025.
Support Lewis.
Okay, you want to add full time to that?
Full time.
Okay, thank you. Okay, you're good with that, Beth? Okay, so any discussion on that? Nope. Okay, vote please.
Mrs. Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Mr. Howe,
Mr. Howe votes yes.
Ms. Frederick,
Frederick, yes.
Clerk Flowers votes yes. Mr. Salvia,
Salvia, yes.
Mr. Hamel,
Hamel, yes.
motion carries.
Okay, the next item is a budget amendment for employee benefits. Tammy, you want to take that one?
So we've had a year of adding positions, and also some of the healthcare costs had gone up after we wrote the budget for the year. So we wanted to get us all set for the rest of the year, and this move some money around and add some money to the benefit budget to cover some of that.
All right. I'll make a motion to approve the budget amendment for to adjust original budgeting for township employee benefit accounts to staffing level changes.
Support Salvia.
Moved and supported. Any discussion? All right, vote please.
Mr. Howe,
Mr. Howe votes yes.
Ms. Frederick,
Frederick, yes.
Clerk Flowers votes yes. Mr. Salvia,
Salvia, yes.
Mrs. Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Mr. Hamel,
Hamel, yes.
motion carries.
Okay. The next one is budget amendment for park expenditures.
I make a motion to approve the budget amendment for park expenditures, adjusting original budgeting for park maintenance expenditures at Hickory Ridge, Duck Lake, and Chill at the Mill.
Support Howe.
Okay, moved and supported. Anybody have any questions? All right, vote please.
Ms. Frederick,
Frederick, yes.
Clerk Flowers votes yes. Mr. Salvia,
Salvia, yes.
Mrs. Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Mr. Howe,
Mr. Howe votes yes.
Mr. Hamel,
Hamel, yes.
motion carries.
All right, next item. This is a position for the sheriff's office to replace the individual that he lost. Was passing on, I guess. So I'm going to make a motion to hire Joanna Papiez. Hang on. Starting date to be determined, hourly wage $24.99 per hour, part-time, maximum hours of 1,508 per year. Her title position is office manager.
Support Lewis.
Moved and supported. Any questions? All right, let's vote, please.
Clerk Flowers votes yes. Mr. Salvia,
Salvia, yes.
Mrs. Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Mr. Howe,
Mr. Howe votes yes.
Ms. Frederick,
Frederick, yes.
Mr. Hamel,
Hamel, yes.
motion carries.
Okay, next item. Fire Chief Nick George. Nick George. There's an agreement between Highland Township and Oakland County Sheriff's Search and Rescue Team. There's an agreement that was between Oakland County and the Charter Township Highlands Fire Department, agreements to establish a working agreement, just like you got these acronyms in there, MABAS. Okay. Special teams providing cooperation between the two entities. What came up was, I believe this is one of those where it was in your name and it needs to be signed by the supervisor, correct? Right, we have to authorize this agreement. The agreement will allow members of the Township Fire Department to be able to join the MABAS team and work with them. The team consists of search and rescue, dive team, and water rescue. The cost of the equipment will fall under the team member's primary employer. This will also allow the team to place a boat in Highland Township, providing faster water rescues to occur. So I guess the motion is this
By the fire chief.
Oh, okay. Subject to changing the entity name from Highland Township Fire Department to Highland Township and updating the signatory block. That's where the supervisor needs to sign. That's the change in the motion. Thank you.
So would the motion also say authorize the supervisor to sign?
Sign.
Okay,
There you go. Authorize the supervisor to sign.
so you're making that motion?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
And who would like to second?
Second.
There you go. All right. Any questions, discussion? Vote, please.
All right, Mr. Salvia,
Salvia, yes.
Mrs. Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Mr. Howe,
Sir Howe votes yes.
Ms. Frederick,
Frederick, yes.
Clerk Flowers votes yes, Mr. Hamel.
Hamel, yes.
Motion carries.
Okay. All right, this next one is for an agreement between Michigan DNR and the Charter Township of Highland. This agreement is to continue partnership with the state if any wildfire emergencies happen. So this is a mutual aid agreement between our two entities, ensuring cooperation from both parties. So the motion is to allow the supervisor to sign the agreement with the DNR to continue a joint, and the fire chief. I don't know if the fire chief needs to be on that one. Okay, and the fire chief. Apparently I didn't copy the right paperwork here.
Second.
Okay, any questions? Vote please.
Mrs. Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Mr. Howe,
Sir Howe votes yes.
Ms. Frederick.
Yes.
Clerk Flowers votes yes, Mr. Salvia,
Salvia, yes.
Mr. Hamel.
Hamel, yes.
Motion carries.
Okay, next item, I'm going to make a motion to accept and approve the Highland Township credit card policy as of September 8th, 2025 as presented.
Frederick, second.
Okay, any questions? Vote please.
Mr. Howe,
Mr. Howe votes yes.
Ms. Frederick,
Yes.
Clerk Flowers votes yes, Mr. Salvia,
Salvia, yes.
Mrs. Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Mr. Hamel.
Hamel, yes.
Motion carries.
All right, here we go to the end. I'm going to make a motion to approve the Charter Township credit card holder agreement as of September 8th, 2025 as presented.
Support Lewis.
Moved and supported. Questions? All right, vote please.
Ms. Frederick,
Yes.
Clerk Flowers votes yes, Mr. Salvia,
Salvia, yes.
Mrs. Lewis,
Lewis, yes.
Mr. Howe,
Yes.
Mr. Hamel.
Hamel, yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. On that note, meeting adjourned. 8:21.